Hello, YouTube. Going over my lightning trap assassin that I used to kill Diablo clone. We just got our first kill on day 6, Project Diablo 2, Season 4. We'll start with the skills. So it is a lightning trap assassin. We're going to max all of the left column on the traps tab. So shockweb, charge bolt sentry, lightning sentry, and chain lightning sentry. That's going to fully synergize these two abilities, lightning sentry and chain lightning sentry, um, as well as give us some hefty shockweb damage. Nothing goes in martial arts. Um, for the rest of the points, we're going to put 1 point into weapon block and dump the rest of the points into fade. For the gear, we're using the full Natalia's set. So just clean boots right now. Two-socketed claw. The claw has a hell rune for minus 20 requirements and an IO rune for 10 vitality. The 3-3 armor, so 3 to shadow disciplines and 3 sockets. In the 3 sockets, we have 2 minus 15 requirements jewels and a Vex rune for max fire resist. The helm is +1 to all skills corrupted with 2 socket puzzle box and 2 Vexes for 8 more maximum fire resist. In the other hand, we're using a 3 to traps scissors guitar with 2 shales. This puts us at 1 frame away from the max trap laying speed. Obviously, I'd like to be at max, but we got what we got for now. For the gloves, 5 to max fire resist lava gout. We're using a nature's piece, 3 to cold, 2 to light, 3 to fire. 3214 verdungos. A 19-9 Ravenfrost, and a 1 max all res Saracen's Chance. And the reason I selected this amulet is 12 to all attributes is over 100 life for the build, plus the res, and then the max res corruption is nice also. On swap, we have a terrible Call to Arms and a terrible Lidless Wall. The inventory is trap skillers. We got a 32 life, a 9 life, an 8 life, an FHR, and then 5 plain ones. And Assassin Torch, 50 vitality. We don't really need the res. 35 life, large charm, and then the small charms are all just life charms. So let's go ahead and buff up and take a look at the advanced stat sheet. Battle command, battle orders. You see we've got level 23 fade here, 24 here, so we want to be on the claw side when we hit fade. And that's going to give us 8282 lightning sentry, 7520 shockweb, 7256 chain light, and 1092 charge bolt, although we don't really use charge bolt sentry. Over on the advanced stat sheet, go character sheet first. So 106 strength for the Verdungos. The 2 requirements jewels knock off 43 strength. So that's, they knock off 44, but we had to put 1 extra for the Verdungos anyway. So 43 strength is 130 life. 95 dex for this claw. Again, the Hell Rune knocks off 23 dex, which is over 70 life, or 69 life actually. 2154 life. Um, Dump the rest of the points in mentality. You don't need to put any into dex because we're using weapon block. So we have 37% chance to block, which may seem low, but when you consider the fact that we can also block spells, it's far stronger than using a shield with 75% block for this exact fight, because most of the damage we're taking is spell rather than physical attacks. So if we didn't have the minus requirement stuff, we would need to put strength up to 149 and dex up to 118, which 23 plus 43, 60 something. It basically gives us another 200 life. Um, it's like having a couple jaw runes. .95 fire res. We want to be at 95 fire. These are not so important. Poison's basically irrelevant, and lightning and cold are not so important. We don't take much cold damage. Basically, just the first wave, the first Bale Nova wave, is the only cold damage we take, and we have enough health plus weapon block that it's usually not going to be an issue. So on the advanced stat page, we don't have overstacked res because it's just not necessary. 9 cold absorb, 46 damage reduction, so that comes from the Verdungos. The 20 from the Nat set, so that's 34, and then we get 12 from Fade. 12% physical damage reduction. 46 physical damage reduction. I'd like to be at 50 obviously, but not there yet. 60 IS. You want to make sure sometimes during the fight I pick up the Nat Claw and put it back down to make sure we're using this one as it's a faster base. So make sure we're at the fastest trap laying frames. And then 15 FHR. Again, I'd like that number to be higher, but it's not. So that's the build. Could certainly be improved, but I built it to go in there quick. The only thing I really kind of like, most of this gear is very cheap, and I got these charms for very cheap as well. But yeah, we didn't bother getting a slam on these. The Raven's basically for cannot be frozen, but the 19 dex helps us a lot too. Some things we could improve. Nat boots, we could get like 3 max fire res. We could get some slams on these to give us more life, or IS. So if we had a Greater Talon or Runic Talon in the right here instead of a Scissors Guitar, we would need 42 IS to be at max trap lane frame. So like if you had 20 on a claw and then you had an IS Lava Gout, that would be ideal. Obviously, we could get some skills on our amulet. We could get better life charms. We could get all 20s. We could get an Annie ourselves. A better CTA, a 2-skill lidless. some skills on the amulet, skill corruption here. So a lot of ways to improve the build. But I am certainly happy it was able to kill Diablo clone on day 6 on my first attempt. So yeah, that's the build. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Y'all take care.